In a social media post dated 11th May 2025, Ho Ching, the former chief executive of Temasek Holdings and spouse of former Prime Minister Lee Hsien-loong, defended the involvement of ministers in a series of private dinners that included Fujian-born businessman Su Haijin, who was later convicted of money laundering. Her comments, shared on Facebook, came in response to public scrutiny of several ministers photographed with Su and other guests at private meals organized by businessman Sam Goi, widely known as the Papier King. Netizens reacted critically to Ho's post, questioning the integrity and transparency of the ministers involved, and raising concerns over whether such dinners had been declared as gifts. Ministers Ong Ye-kung, Chi Hong-tat, and NTUC Secretary-General Ng Chi-meng were each photographed at separate dinners with Su between 2020 and 2022. Su, a Fujian-born Cypriot national, was arrested on 15 August 2023 during a major anti-money laundering operation. He was subsequently convicted and deported to Cambodia on 28 May 2024. In her post, Ho cited Sam Goi's clarification that the dinners complied with prevailing COVID-19 regulations at the time. Goi stated that the dinners took place on 19 November 2020, 1 May 2021, and 10 May 2022. He added that he had personally paid for all the meals. According to Ho, these were not secretive gatherings but dinners held at established restaurants. She argued that such venues would have ensured compliance with safe distancing measures. Dinner with Chi Hong-tat on 19 November 2020. Dinner with NCM on 1 May 2021. Dinner with OYK on 10 May 2022. Ho listed. She noted that the Labor Day dinner in 2021 fell within the social gathering limit of 8 persons, making it legally compliant. Ho further contended that the attendees likely had no knowledge of Su's criminal involvement at the time. If anyone at the dinner, other than Su Haijin himself, had known about his money laundering activities, surely they would not have invited him, nor attended a dinner involving him, right? Even after someone has been convicted and served their sentence, whether through fines or imprisonment, we should not ostracize them, right? She added. Ho asserted that society should extend compassion to convicted individuals who have paid their dues. We should always offer someone who has fallen a second chance, she wrote. While acknowledging that crimes, such as murder or child abuse, may be more difficult to forgive, she called for fairness and compassion when dealing with non-violent offences. So let's not act holier than thou over a dinner meeting, she said. However, netizens pushed back strongly against Ho Ching's defence, with many shifting the debate towards issues of transparency and accountability. A recurring concern was the lack of clarity over whether the ministers had declared the dinners as gifts, a requirement for political office holders. One Facebook user argued that while money laundering may not appear as brutal as violent crimes, the proceeds could stem from deeply harmful activities, making it inappropriate to speak of forgiveness without acknowledging the potential victims. In a further defense, Ho argued that no one, not even banks or property agents, had known about Su's alleged criminal links before the 2023 crackdown. Do we expect our politicians to be clairvoyants too? She asked. She listed that Su was accepted by reputable banks, companies, and landlords, none of whom flagged his activities before the arrests. The FB user further questioned the prudence of ministers attending privately hosted dinners paid for by wealthy businessmen, even if no laws or COVID-19 rules were broken. He pointed out that lavish dinners can be costly, sometimes more than concert or football match tickets, and should be declared as gifts if not paid for personally. The user stressed the importance of transparency to guard against potential conflicts of interest or corruption, even when no illegality is apparent. Another comment added that the issue isn't whether ministers knew about Su Haijin's background, but whether they properly declared such expensive dinners, especially since it was claimed that the host had footed the bill. Some netizens challenged Ho Ching's post by arguing that money laundering is not just any crime, but one that often supports or stems from serious and despicable criminal activities, making it unfit for calls of leniency. One comment criticized her for appearing naive and urged her to consult experts to understand the organized and deliberate nature of money laundering syndicates. Others questioned the relationship between Sam Goi and Su Haijin, and whether the dinners were arranged for benign reasons or driven by undisclosed motives. Some users highlighted perceived double standards in compassion, questioning why empathy is extended to criminals rather than to hardworking citizens like teachers. Businessman Sam Goy clarified on 9th May the timeline of private dinners, involving himself, Su Haijin, and several cabinet ministers. The gatherings took place at Tong Le Private Dining, Tung Lok Signatures, and Teochew Restaurant Wat Ki. While Goy confirmed he organized and paid for the dinners, he did not explain why Su, who is facing money laundering charges, was invited. The ministers involved, Ong Ye Kung, Chi Hong Tat, and Ng Chi Meng, have denied any personal or professional ties with Su. Ong and Chi said they attended at a friend's invitation and did not know Su. Ng stated he was present in his capacity as NTUC chief and has had no contact with Su since his charges. The incident has prompted questions about whether the ministers declared the hospitality, as required under Singapore's Public Service Code of Conduct and PAP's Rules of Prudence. Media queries were sent to Ong and Chi on 6th May seeking clarification, but no response has been received.